Subscribe my channel for G and NEET.
Hello students, good morning all of you. Today in our lesson I need to explain collisions and collision theory and which type of collisions are there. All those types are explained very well in this video, so you have to focus on our video. And before going to that, you have to subscribe our channel and like, share, comment. So all the students are giving me a good support. I am so thankful to you, and let us see our topic. So today we are discussing about collisions. So that is collisions. So here the collisions are it meaning that a small interaction between a small interaction between two objects within a short time. A small interaction between two objects within a short time is called collision. So here the two bodies must be having the same line, or moving same direction, or opposite direction, or not in same line. So here what I am saying it is, if the two bodies are having in the same line, so this is the one of the body, this is another body having the masses m1 and m2. These two bodies are in the same line and having same direction and moving with same direction, or opposite direction. So this body is moving in this direction and this body is moving in this direction and not in same line. So this is the one of the body moving in this direction and this is the one of the body moving in this direction. So here also the collision will be occurs. So due to the edges will be collisions. Here this type of collision is, you have to say coming words. So this is the major concept to collision occurs between two objects. So due to the collision, the momentum of the system is constant of entire process. Which process? Collision process. The momentum of the system is constant of entire process. This is most important point we have to remember in case of collisions. So what type of collisions we are seeing in our daily life? Here, if two vehicles are interacts, then it can be said to be an accident. So this is one type of collision, right? Two vehicles are interacts, then it is said to be an accident. And where all we are well known about the caroms playing. So this is the one of the interaction between the coins in a caroms, the best example for the collision. The another example it is the billiards game. The interactions between the balls of billiards game is also one of the example of the collision. So all the students are lying in the standing in one row, then the students of the last one will be interacts to the in front of him, then he is in front, the he is interacts another. So this type of collision also we are seeing in our daily life, right? So these are the collisions occurs in our daily life. So and one more, if all the particles, the microscopic particles which are nothing but electrons and protons are collide, electrons are collide to each other and protons are collide to each other. So this type of collision is also we are seeing by the microscopic, right? These are the collisions. So which type of collisions are mainly possible? So now let us see the type of the collisions. Now the types of collision. First one, it is elastic collision. First one, elastic collision. And the second one, inelastic collision. Inelastic collision. And the third one, it is also there. Here the type of collision, it is partially elastic or partially inelastic. So partially elastic or partially inelastic. Partially inelastic, right? So these two are the mainly two types of collisions, and the third one, it is the partially elastic or partially inelastic collision. So what is an elastic collision? What is an elastic collision? In the elastic collision, the momentum of the two bodies, are conserved. The momentum of the two bodies are conserved, right? And one more is also the kinetic energy, the Ke of two bodies are conserved. At which collision the momentum of the two bodies are conserved and also the kinetic energy of two bodies are conserved, that collision is called elastic collision. That collision is called elastic collision. And coming to the inelastic collision, here only the momentum of two bodies conserved, but not kinetic energy. So this type of collision is known as inelastic collision. So the regular interactions between any two objects belongs to the elastic collision. But in case of inelastic collision, after inelastic collision, the both bodies are having same velocity. But in case of elastic collision, after collision process, the bodies must have different velocities. So before collision, how much velocities are having the bodies, and it is differ to the after collision, velocities of the after collision. But in case of inelastic collision, the two bodies are having different velocities in before collision, but after inelastic collision, the two bodies must have same velocity. So that type of collision is inelastic collision. If a glass marble is hit by the clay, if a glass marble is hit by the clay, then after collision they have to move, it will be penetrates into the clay and moving with the same velocity. So this type of collision is inelastic collision. In case of inelastic collision, the bodies must have, after the collision, the two bodies must have the same velocity. This is the inelastic collision. But here, after the collision, the two bodies are different velocities, v1 and v2. So these are the two velocities after collision, right? So elastic collisions are two types. Elastic collisions are head-on collision, and other one it is oblique collision. In case of head-on collision, the two bodies are having in the line of motion. So the two bodies must have maintain same line. This type of collision is head-on collision. It belongs to the elastic collision. And in case of oblique collision, if there is no need to, the two bodies are in the same line. So here this is a body with moving velocity v1, and this is a body with moving velocity v2, right? These two bodies are interact after some time. So this type of collision is oblique collision, and this type of collision line of motion or line of impact. If two bodies are in line of motion, then that collision is called head-on collision, is belongs to elastic collision. Okay, so here we need to observe head-on collision, it is in one dimensional elastic collision also. Now we have to practice the theory about the one-dimensional elastic collision, and what is the final velocities of the two bodies which are participating in the collision process. We have to determine the final velocities of the two bodies which are participating in the one-dimensional elastic collision, right? Let us see. These two are the bodies which are participating in collision. That collision it is one-dimensional elastic collision, right? The first body having the mass m1 and the second body having the mass m2. Here the initial velocity of the first body, that is u1, and the initial velocity of the second body u2 is this entire is before collision. Here the two bodies are moving in the same line, and the smallest interaction between these two bodies will be occurs, and this is known as the collision between the two bodies. At the time of collision, the collision process will be doing here. Then the bodies are deforms. Deforms means the shape and size of the bodies are changes. And after collision, the two bodies masses are having m1 and m2, but the velocities are v1 and v2. So here these velocities are called final velocities of the two bodies. And here these velocities are called initial velocities of two bodies. So now our aim is we have to find the final velocities of the two bodies, which bodies are participating in one-dimensional elastic collision, right? The first case you have to remember, in the elastic collision, the momentum is conserved at all the entire process. Momentum is conserved. Here you have to remember, here there is no external forces acts on the body. External force is constant or zero. If external force is zero, the momentum is zero, because of, from the Newton's second law we know that F is equal to delta P by dt, right? If there is no external force, then delta P is also zero. Zero means the momentum is zero, means it is constant. So here the momentum is conserved, is meaning that there is no external forces acts on the collision process, this system. Individually the forces will be acts on the bodies, but the system there is no external forces acts on the body. So here the normal force will be acts by the second body in this direction. Here the normal force acts on the second body by the first body is in this direction. So these net force should be equal to 0. So the equal and opposite forces should be acts on the body. The net force should be equal to 0. So here the momentum is conserved, meaning that the momentum of two particles or two bodies before collision, the sum of momentum of the two bodies at before collision is equal to the sum of momentum of the two bodies at after collision. That is the conservation of the momentum here. Here the sum of momentum of two bodies at before collision is equal to the sum of momentum of two bodies at after collision, right? So this is the conservation of momentum, right? So we need to write the momentum P, it is equal to already you know that the product of mass into velocity, right? So here at before collision the velocities are u1 and u2, and after collision the velocities are v1 and v2. Let us write the sum of momentum of two bodies before collision and sum of momentum of two bodies after collision. Here it is m1 u1 plus m2 u2, it is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. So this is the sum of the momentum at before collision, and this is the sum of the momentum at after collision. Now we need to simplify this one here. So m1 u1 minus of m1 v1, this v1 should become this side, and m2 v2 minus m2 u2, this u2 should become this side, and m1 should be common, u1 minus v1. Here m2 should be common, v2 minus u2. So this is, keep it as equation 1. But the second point in the elastic collision, you have to remember the kinetic energy also conserved. The kinetic energy of the system is conserved, right? Here you should remember the deformation will be occurs by only the kinetic energy. Due to the kinetic energy, the deformation will be occurs in the two bodies which are participating in the collision. So let us write the conservation means here the sum of the kinetic energy, the sum of Ke of two bodies at before collision is equal to the sum of Ke of two bodies at after collision, right? The basic equation for the kinetic energy of the body, it is of mv square. So here the kinetic energy at before collision, the total kinetic energy, it is equal to 1 by 2 m1 u1 square. So this is the kinetic energy of the first body which we are taking here. So this is the kinetic energy of the first body. The mass, it is m1 and the initial velocity is u1. So hence you have to write of m1 u1 square, and the kinetic energy of the second body of m2 u2 square. So these two are the total kinetic energy of two bodies at before collision. and after collision they can have the mass is same m1 and the velocity is v1 square and plus 1 by 2 m2 v2 square. Okay, therefore it can be simplified that of m1 u1 square minus v1 square, it is equal of m2 v2 square minus u2 square, right? So here 1 by 2 and 1 by 2 is cancelled out, and m1 into u1 square minus v1 square, it is equal to m2 into v2 square minus u2 square. So this is the equation 2 we have to keep, right? Already we denote the equation 1, we can do the equation 2 by equation 1, right? So just the equation 2, it is m1 into u1 square minus v1 square by the LHS of first equation, already you seen that u1 minus v1, right? This is the first equation. We can write here, this is m1 into u1 minus v1, and the right hand side, that is m2 into v2 square minus u2 square by the right hand side of the first equation, that is m2 into v2 minus u2. Okay, just simply m2 and m2 is cancelled out, m1 and m1 is cancelled out. The remaining equation, it is where u1 square minus v1 square by u1 minus v1, it is equal v2 square minus u2 square by v2 minus u2. Here this can be looks like a square minus b square, a square minus b square, it will be written as a plus b into a minus b, right? Hence it can be written as u1 plus v1 into u1 minus v1, a plus b into a minus b, by which is u1 minus v1, it is equal same as v2 plus u2 into v2 minus u2 by v2 minus u2. So here you have to keen observe, then the u1 minus v1 and u1 minus u1 cancelled out, and the v2 minus u2, v2 minus u2 get cancelled out, then the remaining, it is u1 plus v1, it is equal v2 plus u2. Just simply you have to convert all the total initial velocities are one side and final velocities are other side, then it can be v2 minus v1. So u1 minus u2 is equal to v2 minus v1. So this can be the most important conceptual equation in the one-dimensional elastic collision. So these two are called, u1 minus u2 is called the relative approaching velocity before collision, that is u1 minus u2, and here v2 minus v1 is the relative separation, the relative velocity here, the relative velocity of approaching, the relative velocity of separation, the relative velocity of separation after collision, right? So that is nothing but v2 minus v1. So here in one-dimensional elastic collision, the relative velocity of approaching before collision is equal to the the relative velocity of separation after collision. Therefore, you can write u1 minus u2, it is equal to v2 minus v1. So this will be occurs in only in case of elastic collision, only in case of elastic collision, right? So this is the most important concept to know the more about the collisions. Okay, in the elastic collision, the relative approaching velocity of before collision is equal to the relative separation of velocities after collision. So these two are initial velocities at approaching each other. So here these two are the initial velocities at both are approaching to each other. So the approaching relative velocity is equal to the separation of relative velocity at after collision. This will be occurs in only one dimensional elastic collision. You have to remember it. Here the ratio between the relative separation of velocity after collision and to the relative velocity of approaching at before collision is called quotient of restitution, right? So this is most important, quotient of restitution. So this can be denoted by the letter small e, which is nothing but v2 minus v1 by u1 minus u2. So here the e, it is nothing but quotient of restitution is equal to the v2 minus v1 by u1 minus u2. This is the relative separation velocity after collision and to the relative approaching velocity before collision. The ratio between these two is called quotient of restitution. The value of quotient of restitution, so for elastic collision and for inelastic collision, how much it is we have to see. Elastic and inelastic. In case of elastic collision, already you know that v2 minus v1 it is equal to u1 minus u2. Just simply what you are understanding, u1 minus u2 replacing by v2 minus v1, then both are cancelled out, then remaining here 1. So the quotient of restitution for the elastic collision, the value it is 1. But in case of inelastic collision, in the inelastic collision the final velocities are equal, both are equal. So that is v1 it is equal, v2 is equal to v. Then simply you have to substitute where v2 is equal to v and v1 is equal to v. V minus v, 0. 0 by something is nothing but 0. So then here in case of inelastic collision, the value of E it is equal 0. The value of E is equal 0. So the quotient of restitution is always lying between 0 and to the 1. 0 and 1. So this can be lying between 0 and 1. Okay. This is not less than to the 0 and not greater than to the 1. So this is the value of quotient of restitution. So how we can find the quotient of restitution due to the collision? Let us see. Now we have to derive the derivation for quotient of restitution. The derivation for the quotient of restitution is equal to under root of h2 by h1. How we can derive it? So this is the formula to find the quotient of restitution between any collision. So now we have to derive the formula. For this we have to take two bodies with made up of same material or different material. One of the body is in the shape of sphere and another body is in the shape of a plain sheet. You see, it has plain thick sheet, right? It is at rest. Let it be, it has at rest position. The sphere which is with initial velocity u1 is located at h1 height from the plate. This is the height of h1. So it will be fallen and hits the sheet, and it can be rebounds back with the final velocity v1, right? Here the initial velocity of the sheet, it is u2 is equal to 0, and also final velocity of this sheet, it is equal to 0, because at before collision and also after collision it is at rest. Okay, and it can rebounds back of height h2. Now the velocity of the ball at before hitting the sheet, that is u1, it is equal to under root of 2g h1. This is v square minus u square is equal to 2as. From this can be taken laws of equation motion, that is v square minus u square is equal to 2as. We can write v square, that is v, here the final velocity of the sheet, it is equal to 0, and u, it is the initial velocity, that is nothing but u1. The velocity in downward direction will be taken as positive. The velocity in upward direction will be taken as negative. Okay, and similarly after hitting the ball, the velocity after hitting the sheet, it is, we can write that v1, it is equal minus of under root 2g h2. After rebounding, it has risen h2 height, and before collision it has fallen from the h1 height, right? From the coefficient of restitution, the formula, it is the ratio between relative separation velocities and to the relative approaching velocities, u1 minus u2, right? You should write all those here. Here v2 is equal to 0 and v1 by u1 minus u2 is always 0. It is equal, we can write that minus of v1 by, what is that, u1, it is equal to e. Therefore e, it is equal, what is v1? v1 is equal to already minus under root 2gh2, minus of minus 2 root gh2 by, what is u1? u1 is equal under root 2gh1. So minus minus will be plus, and e, it is equal under root of 2gh2 by 2gh1, whereas 2g was cancelled out, where e, it is equal to under root of h2 by h1. So this is the quotient of restitution between two collisions. So this can be written as, where e, it is equal to under root of h2 by h1, e square, it is equal to h2 by h1. Therefore h2 is equal to, we can write that is e square into h1. Here h2 is the height of the ball after it reaches after collision, and h1 is the height of the ball at before collision. And if the ball is rebounds n times of rebounds, then it can be written as hn, it is equal to, we can write that e power 2n into h1, e power 2n into h1. So this is the formula if the ball has been rebounds n times. So this is the first rebound, and this is the second rebound, and this is the third rebound. So this type of rebounds are n number of rebounds. Then we have to take the formula. It is hn is equal e power 2n into h1. So this is the quotient of restitution. This value is always between, if it is elastic collision, then E it is equal to V2 minus V1 by, in elastic collision V2 minus V1 is equal to U1 minus U2. Hence we can write that E is equal to V2 minus V1 by V2 minus V1. Both are cancelled out and remaining is 1. So E is equal to 1 for the elastic collision. And similarly, if it is inelastic collision, so this is also called as perfect inelastic collision. Then V2 is equal to V1 is equal to V. So both the objects are moving with the same velocity after collision. Then E it is equal to V2 minus V1 by U1 minus U2, then simply written as V minus V by, you can write U1 minus U2, it is equal to 0 by U1 minus U2, it is equal to 0, whereas E it is equal to 0 for the perfect inelastic collision. Okay, so this is the values of the quotient of restitution for both elastic and perfect inelastic collision. So this is the derivation and the values of the quotient of restitution for both elastic and inelastic, perfect inelastic collisions. Okay, now we have to find the final velocities of two bodies in one-dimensional elastic collision. Already we seen that in one-dimensional elastic collision there is V2 minus V1, it is equal to U1 minus U2, right? For this meaning that the relative velocity of separation of two bodies is equal to the relative approaching velocities of two bodies before collision. This is after collision and this is before collision. Okay, from this equation we have to, by the using of this equation we have to find the final velocities of V1 and V2. Okay, in the one-dimensional elastic collision we derived that due to conservation of momentum there is one equation that is nothing but m1 u1 plus m2 u2, it is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2, right? So from this we have to find the final velocity of v1 and also the final velocity of v2. Okay, so once again I have to remember here, this is the one-dimensional elastic collision. There are two bodies, mass m1 and m2, with having initial velocities u1 and u2 before collision. At the collision process they have the m1 and m2 masses and it can be deforms with the velocity of u1 and u2. So after collision the velocities are changes to the v1 and v2. These are the final velocities of the two bodies at after collision. Now we have to find what is the final velocity of the first body and what is the final velocity of the second body, right? From this equation we can write that v2 is equal to u1 minus u2 and plus v1. This v1 should become this side and we can write that v2 is equal to u1 minus u2 plus v1. This equation is 2 and this equation can be called 1. So equation 2 is in equation 1. Substitute equation 2 in equation 1. Just write simply you have to, whereas m1 u1 plus m2 u2, it is equal to m1 v1 and plus m2. What is v2? V2 is equal u1 minus u2 plus v1, right? Just simplify it. So we have to write easily, whereas m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 into u1, m2 u1 minus m2 into u2, m2 u2 plus m2 into v1, m2 v1, right? Just simply we can write that here m1 u1, here m2 u1, u1 should be take this side, m1 u1 minus this u1 should be come this side, then plus should be minus, right? And plus this m2 u2, and this minus m2 u2 will be bring this left side, then it should be plus m2 u2, and remaining here m1 v1 plus m2 v1, v1 should be common, then here m1 plus m2, right? Here m1, here m2, v1 should be common. Here m1 u1, m2 u1, u1 should be common here, so there you can write m1 minus m2 into u1 plus m2 u2, m2 u2, it is nothing but 2m2 u2, okay? It is equal to v1 should be common, whereas m1 plus m2. Just we have to find out the value of v1, then simply you can write v1 it is equal to m1 minus m2 into u1 plus 2m2 u2 whole divided by this m1 plus m2, m1 plus m2, okay? This can be simply written as v1 is equal to m1 minus m2 by m1 plus m2 into what is here u1, and plus 2m2 by m1 plus m2 into u2, right? This is the final velocity of the first body at after collision in one dimensional elastic collision, okay? Now we have to find the final velocity of the second body. From this equation v2 minus v1 is equal to u1 minus u2, you should write v1 is equal to v2 minus u1 plus u2, okay? This v1 should be this side, this will be left side, then v2 minus u1 plus u2. So this is equation, let it be 3. So equation 3 is in equation 1. Just simply substitute and do the same process, you have to get the value of v2, okay? Let it be c. Therefore m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. This is the equation 1. You have to substitute the v1 value here, m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1, what is v1? v1 is here v2 minus u1 plus u2 plus m2 v2. Just simplify this equation, where m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v2 multiply by the m1 minus m1 u1 plus m1 u2 plus m2 v2, right? Simply you have to, whereas u1, the u1 term should be come left side, then minus should be plus m1 u1 plus m1 u1 plus, here we should write m2 u2, this m1 u2 should be come left side, then m1 u2 it is equal to, what is the remaining, m1 v2 and m2 v2, So here v2 should be common, there m1 plus m2. Okay, right, here m1 u1 m1 u1, so 2m1 u1, 2m1 u1 plus m2 u2 minus m1 u2, u2 will be common, u2 will be common, m2 minus m1, this is equal v2 into m1 plus m2. Okay, just we can write v2 is equal to, we can write that where u2 m2 minus m1 plus 2m1 u1 by m1 plus m2. Okay, this can be written as v2 is equal to m2 minus m1 by m1 plus m2 into what is that, u2, and plus 2m1 by m1 plus m2 into what is that, u1. So this is the final velocity of the second body after collision. Okay, so this is the equation to derive the final velocity of the first and second body in one-dimensional elastic collision. Let we see what are the some cases here. The final velocity of the first body v1 is equal m1 minus m2 by m1 plus m2 into u1 plus 2m2 by m1 plus m2 into u2. The second final velocity of the second body, that is m2 minus m1 by m1 plus m2 into u2 plus 2m1 by m1 plus m2 into u1. So this is very easy to remember. Here there is m1 u1, there is m2 u2, m2 u2, m1 u1, all the denominators are m1 plus m2. Okay, here the case 1, it is if two bodies having same mass, if two bodies having same mass, it is meaning that m1 is equal to m2 is equal to m. If two bodies which are participating in one-dimensional elastic collision, here m and m, and initial velocities u1 and u2, and after collision it has same mass and it has same mass. What is the final velocity and what is the final velocity? Right, from the final velocity of the first body, from the formula you have to substitute, where m1 is equal to m2. Here m1 is equal to m2, whereas m1 minus m1, m2 is replacing by m1. 0 by something is equal 0, 0 plus 2m2 by m1 is replacing by m2, m2 plus m2, 2m2 cancelled out, remaining of u2. So therefore v1 is equal, what is that, u2. So here this is equal to u2. And similarly the final velocity of the second body, if m2 minus m1 is replacing by m2, because of both are same, it is 0 into something 0 plus 2m1. So m2 will be replacing by m1, 2m1 by 2m1 cancelled out, it is remaining u1. Therefore v2 is equal to u1. So here u1. So here what you are observing, it is the final velocity of the first body is equal to the initial velocity of the second body, right? And similarly the final velocity of the second body is equal to the initial velocity of the first body. Okay, for example, here there is a body of mass 2 kg, here there is a body of 5 kg. Okay, and these are unequal masses, and you have to take same mass 2 kg masses, and there u1 is equal 3 meter per second and u2 it is equal 10 meter per second. At after collision The final velocity of the first body v1 is equal 10 meter per second here, and v2 is equal 3 meter per second here. So what is the meaning? It is after collision the first body is moving with the velocity of the second body. What is the second body velocity? 10 meter per second. And the second body is moving with the velocity of the first body, that is 3 meter per second. The case 2, it is m1 is not equal to m2 and m1 is greater than m2. Here you have to remember m1 is at rest. m1 is at rest. Okay, and m2 is moving and hit the m1. Okay, m2 is only moving. This is the first body, mass m1. This is the second body, mass m2. Here m1 is very much greater than m2. m1 is very much greater than m2. Having initial velocity u1 is equal to 0 because of m1 is at rest. So initial velocity of the second body after collision. So this is the m1 and this can be getting v1, and this is the m2 and getting v2. So what is these values? We have to find out. Here to compare to the mass of the first body, m2 is taken as nearly 0. m2 will be neglected. Okay, to compare the mass of the first body. Therefore the v1 should be, what is v1? m1 minus m2 into u1. So u1 already it is equal 0. Therefore this term will be 0 plus 2m2. m2 is neglected, it can be taken as 0. Something into 0, 0. So the total v1 is equal to 0. Okay, and what is v2? So coming to the v2, so m2 is 0. Okay, and here what should we have to take? Where m2 is nearly 0 and m1 should be minus m1 by m1. This is 0, this is 0. So m1 cancel. You have to v2 is equal to, what is that? v2 is equal to minus u2, right? And plus here 2m1 by u1 is equal to already 0. Therefore v2 is equal to 0. v2 is equal to minus u2, okay. Here what I am saying, it is the final velocity of the second body is minus of u2. u2 is the initial velocity of the second body, and minus u2 is the velocity which is in reback. Reback means opposite direction. For suppose here there is a truck, here there is a truck which is heavier at rest. This is the m1. Okay, so there is a cycle. So there is a cycle which is mass m2 with u2 velocity. This is rest at u1 is equal to 0. When the bicycle is collide to the rest truck, then the truck will not move. It means the final velocity of the truck is 0. Okay, the final velocity also 0. It will not move. But the cycle, how much velocity, with how much velocity it will be heated, that much of velocity it will be reback. So that is v2 is equal to minus u2. So this is the meaning here. Okay, a heavier truck is at rest, heavier mass is at rest, and lighter mass is collide to that body, and then it will be come back with the same speed. Okay, this is the condition. And similarly case 3, here m1 is not equal to m2, and we can say that m1 is moving, and m2 is at rest. m2 at rest. And also here the relation m1 is very much greater than m2. Okay, same relation, but here m1 is moving, here m1 is at rest, here m1 is moving, m2 is at rest, m2 is at rest. It means bicycle, cycle, rest, truck moving. Okay, truck moving. So this is the heavier mass. Okay, after the collision, what should be the final velocities? So here this is the truck having mass m1, initial velocity u1. This is the cycle, truck, this is truck, cycle, m2. This is u2 is equal to 0 because at rest. After collision, this is the truck, v1 is how much? This is the mass and this is the cycle, at mass m2, this is v2. Okay, right, find the v1 and v2. So here the case it is v1. So how we can find the v1? v1 is equal to m1 minus m2 by m1 plus m2 into u1. So u1, so m1 is greater than m2, m2 will be neglects. So then you can write m2 replacing by 0 and 0, m1 by m1, it is cancelled out, remaining v1 is equal to u1. Okay, here m2 is equal to 0, something into 0 is equal to 0, therefore v1 is equal, we can write that v1 is equal to u1. Okay, so this is the v1, it means u1. And coming to the v2, so v2 is equal m2 minus m1, m2 is equal to 0, 0 minus m1, minus m1 by minus m1, u2 is equal to already 0, here u2 is equal to 0, therefore this term will be 0, and 2m1 by m1 plus m2, m2 is equal to 0, 2m1 by m1, m1 cancel, 2 into u1. So v2 is equal to u1. So here v2 is equal to u1. Okay, so what is the meaning here? Here the meaning it is, when the truck is collides with the bicycle which is at rest, then the velocity of the truck will not be changes. v1 is equal to u1. How much velocity of the truck has before collision? After collision it has the same velocity. And but the bicycle which is at rest before collision, after collision it will be moving with the double speed. Okay, with the double speed, because of the heavier mass of the body will be collide to the rest body. So this will be seen in our marbles game, Gajgoli Lata. We have to observe all those examples in this game. It is a problem for JEE mains. Here a point A, here these are two particles, the particles X and particle Y. If two particles are moving with V and 2V speed, then after moving 2V speed, then after how many collisions they will be meet at point A. X and Y are moving with the different velocities, that is V and 2V speeds in a circular motion. Okay, after how many collisions it will be meet at the same point. Here they can be started from the point A, and after how many collisions they can be meet at the same point. This is the question. So here the point it is masses are equal. If masses are equal, so it is an elastic collision, let it be elastic collision. If masses are equal, the velocities are exchanged. Already in first case we have to see. Okay, v1 is equal to u1 and v2 is equal to u2, right? Sorry, v1 is equal to u2 and v2 is equal to u1. Okay, so this is the case which we have to related here. If two bodies are having same mass, then v1 is equal to u2, v2 is equal to u1. Okay, the velocities are exchanged. From this we have to solve that question. Okay, here y is moving with the 2v speed in this direction and x is moving with the v speed in this direction. Okay, So 2v speed is double to the v speed. So then from this point here, this is covered double distance of the x. So we have to partition 3 parts of the circle. So the y should be moves 2 times of the x. So then at first y should be here in this direction, and x should be come this side here with v speed. Whenever these two collision here, the velocities are exchanged. X will be, this is the first collision, okay, the x should be getting here 2v speed and y should be getting here v speed. Then after they can be come back, after collision they can be come back. So this will be with this 2v speed moving with this direction, two parts of the here, right? So here x, and this can be moves backward with v speed from here, this is y, okay, this is the second collision. So then whenever they collide, the velocity should be exchanged. Now this is getting 2v speed and this is getting v speed. So here this can be come back again and moves two parts here from this point. So this is y, and here this can be moves one part here x. So this is the third collision. So after how many collisions they can be made? After, so here options are option A 1, B 2, C 3 and D 4. So here we have to see after 3 collisions they can be meet at the same point. Okay, are you understand? Okay students, this is the theory about the collision of elastic collision, quotient of restitution and different cases. You have to study and follow the rules and you will be get definitely good ideas. And keep watching and like, share, comment our videos. Thank you for your supporting.